How's it going, folks? So today's viewer request is for a band called Dawnward, and the name of the song is Millennial Kingdom. Not sure what to expect here. I'd never heard of this band before, but like I said, there's a viewer request. This song was requested by this ranger right here. Thank you. Without further ado, let's see what these folks are all about, shall we? Rangers, go. Interesting. It's a bit rough around the edges, you know. I think the biggest thing with this song is it just it's one of those songs that just sort of like passes you by. It doesn't like hook you at any time. There's like nothing that really pulls you in. It's just kind of happening. It's just kind of playing out, almost like you're a bystander. Just kind of watching it go by, and you're not actively like engrossed in it or anything like that. And even I couldn't find any distinctions really between like choruses or verses or anything. It just all felt like random vocal melodies kind of all throughout the song. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's just a little messy, it just, yeah, I think the vocal melodies could definitely be a bit stronger. Something that is memorable or like pulls you in. But it's like the vocal melodies just feel sort of all over the place, to the point where, like I said, it's like between verses and chorus and stuff. I just really didn't know. It just, again, it's just kind of playing out. It was interesting in the beginning. I was not expecting those kind of vocals. Like, I don't know if there's two vocalists or if it's like the same guy, just doing the two different voices, but the first voice or whatever had a real sort of like gothic kind of doom metal approach. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But then later, the other voice is more higher and a little bit more clean, not like, as gravelly and stuff is the other voice. And, it was interesting. I kind of liked that dynamic, to be honest with you. I thought it was pretty cool, a bit different of an approach. So yeah, I have nothing against that or like the voices really or anything like that. It just, the vocal melodies were just a bit weak, and then y'all know too. I tend to pick on when in the vocal melodies, like the lyrics and stuff, when things don't feel like they fall into place, like with the words matching the melody. It's like times you're kind of quickly saying a word to try to keep the melody in place, or really kind of unnaturally sort of dragging it out. Like it didn't have like a solid rhythm to some of it. And so some of the words and the lyrics and how it fits into the melody just felt awkward, and some of the lyrics were a bit rough. But it's hard to critique that. Like, I'm not sure where these folks are from, to be honest, but clearly it seems like English isn't like their first language. So, and I'd be the first to admit, like, if I had to write like lyrics or something for a song in a language that I don't normally speak, and kudos to folks who do that, because they clearly have at least a passable understanding of like English and probably conversational and stuff. Whereas me, English, that's it. Like I could not hold a conversation or anything in any other language than English. So if I had to try to do something, so I always tip my hat. But I'd be remiss if I didn't just mention though that the lyrics are a little bit rough in there, and but yeah, and even with the music, it's like there's little things that I kind of liked. I like the little keyboard thing. There's moments where the guitar does kind of some nice little licks and whatnot, and some of just kind of the heavy sort of rhythms and beats, I like that sort of thing. But then there's other times where it just feels like all the music is just kind of blending into one, and it almost sounds a little bit like noise. Like, it's like you have that distortion or whatever it is, the resonating of like the guitar or whatever, kind of just, it kind of just becomes like a wall of sound, sort of. And so everything, it just sounds like sound, and it's not quite as like distinct as, you'd like to be able to hear everything nice and clear, but they all work together well. It also, not that they just all like kind of merge together into like one sound. And so that kind of happened some there too, but that could have also been intentional. for a little bit of kind of like a doom sort of metal quality to it, and that's kind of a typical thing there. So yeah, that could have been intentional to keep that sort of doom metal flavor mixed in with just kind of like a modern metal sound. So, but yeah, it just there's clearly a lot of talent here in this band. It just, as far as like the execution or like the songwriting or whatnot, I think could be tweaked a little bit, particularly with like the vocal melodies, just to make those a bit stronger. Because yeah, as it stands, like I said, like from the very beginning, I was kind of, intrigued and stuff. But then as it went, it was just kind of like, I'm not feeling like pulled in to the song at all, So some things could definitely be strengthened, I reckon. But still an interesting listen. Some curious choices that they did, which I'm all here for, that sort of experimentation. So I have nothing against that whatsoever. But yeah, I think that's what I got to say about that. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below what you think of this song here. Let's talk about it. And I'll catch you next time, Ranger. Out.